I never thought I'd give birth in a stranger's car. The pain hit me out of nowhere, sharp, unbearable, like my body was tearing itself apart. I was sitting outside a convenience store trying to stay invisible like always when it started. People looked. No one helped. Until he did. "Hey, can you hear me?" A man's voice cut through the noise. I remember his eyes first. Calm, focused, not scared of me. "I'm calling an ambulance," he said. "No!" I grabbed his wrist with whatever strength I had left. "Please, they'll take my baby. I don't have anything. No home, no insurance. They'll report me." He hesitated. Then he said something that changed everything. "She's my wife." I froze. "What?" But he was already helping me into his car. "Trust me," he whispered. And for some reason, I did. Hours later, my son was born. I held him against my chest, terrified someone would walk in and take him away. But no one did. The nurses smiled. They treated me differently. Because of him. Because of the lie. The stranger stayed the whole time. His name was Ethan. I told myself I wouldn't see him again. I was wrong. The next morning, he walked into my hospital room like he belonged there. "We need to talk," he said. I tightened my grip on my baby. "About what?" "About what happens next." I laughed bitterly. "Next? There is no next. I go back to the street. That's how this works." "It doesn't have to," he replied. I looked at him carefully. "What do you want?" "A deal, of course. There's always a deal." "I need a wife," he said calmly, "legally, publicly." I stared at him. "You just met me. My father controls my inheritance. I get nothing unless I'm married." "And you picked me?" I asked. "A homeless girl with a newborn?" "I picked someone who needs this as much as I do." I should have said no. I wanted to say no. But then my son moved in my arms, and reality hit me harder than any contraction ever could. "What do I get?" I asked quietly. "A house, financial security, protection, and no one takes your child." Silence. Then I looked him straight in the eyes. "My rules too," I said. He nodded slightly. "Go on. No control over me, no fake affection behind closed doors, and if I ever feel like this is a cage, I walk." After a pause, he said, "Deal." Living with Ethan was strange. His house didn't feel real, neither did my life. One minute I was sleeping on cold sidewalk. The next, I was in a king-size bed I didn't know how to relax in. He was distant, polite, controlled, like he had built walls no one was allowed to cross. And I didn't try. At first, we argued a lot about small things, big things, everything. "How do you not know how to hold him properly?" I snapped one night. "I'm trying," Ethan said, frustration slipping through his calm voice. "Well, try better. He's not a business deal." That hit him. I saw it in his eyes, and for a second, I felt bad. But then things started to shift. Slowly. One night, my son wouldn't stop crying. I was exhausted, barely able to stand. Ethan walked in, took the baby gently from my arms, and started pacing the room. "You don't have to do that," I mumbled. "I know," he said softly. "I want to." I watched him for a long time. That was the first crack in his armor. Weeks passed. We started talking, really talking. About nothing at first, then about everything. One night he told me, "I don't remember the last time this house felt alive." I didn't answer, but I felt it too. Then came the night that changed everything. A masked gala. I didn't want to go. I didn't belong there. But Ethan insisted. "It's important," he said. "For the image." Of course, everything was always about the image. The moment I put the mask on, something felt off. Familiar, like a memory I couldn't reach. Ethan offered me his hand. "Dance with me." I hesitated. Then I took it. As we moved across the floor, my heart started racing. Not from nerves, from something deeper. The way he held me, the way he whispered, "You're okay." I stopped mid-step. "I know this feeling," I said softly. "I've felt this before." Ethan went still. "Yeah," he said quietly. Later that night, everything fell apart. A woman named Clara cornered me. "You really don't remember?" she said with a smirk. "Remember what?" That night, same kind of event, same masks. My chest tightened. "No, that's not possible." "Oh, it is," she said. "You and Ethan, you met, You disappeared and now here you are again playing house. My head started spinning. No, that wasn't him. Wasn't it? She tilted her head. Ask him. I found Ethan outside. Tell me the truth, I said, my voice shaking. That night, was it you? He didn't answer right away. Then finally, yes, the world stopped. Memories hit me all at once. That night, that connection, the way I felt seen for the first time in my life, and then the way he vanished. You left me, I whispered. I didn't have a choice, he said. My father found out. He made sure I never saw you again. And Clara? She helped him, Ethan said bitterly. She wanted control over me, over everything. I stepped back, my heart breaking all over again. And my son? I asked. Ethan looked at me like the answer scared him. He's mine. Silence. Everything inside me shattered and somehow made sense at the same time. The next day, Ethan confronted his father. I wasn't there, but I heard everything afterward. I'm done, Ethan told him. No more control. You'll lose everything, his father warned. Then I lose it, Ethan said. I'd rather lose money than lose them. Them. Me and my son. When he came back home, I was packing. I understand if you don't trust me, he said quietly. I looked at him. You lied to me. I did. You turned my life into a deal. I did. A long silence. Then I said, but you also stayed when you didn't have to. He didn't say anything. He just stood there, waiting for my decision. I don't know what this is yet, I admitted, but I know it's not fake anymore. I stepped closer. No contracts, no conditions. Ethan nodded slowly. No conditions. As my son cried softly in the other room, I realized something I never thought I would. I wasn't alone anymore, and for the first time in a long time, I wasn't afraid.